Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Kent Tilley. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my new studio spot. I decided to take up more space in our basement to film. I just wanted something a little better because I am going to start working on the financial planning course that I've been talking about for way too long. Today I want to talk about the CPP post-retirement benefit. It's very simple, there's not much to it, but what is more complicated is should you take it or should you leave it, and how should you take your CPP? So I'm going to give an example at the end. I can give you sort of a better idea of what this might look like to help you make the decision. But at the end of the day, there is more to CPP planning and OAS planning in your full-blown retirement plan. So just don't necessarily make that decision without looking at all of the factors. And this was thanks to somebody that commented on one of my old CPP videos asking if I've done one. I actually haven't done a deep dive into this. So let's get started. And please, if you like this video, please like and share or comment or subscribe or whatever it is that people do. So this came about in 2012. It was a CPP post-retirement benefit. It works for anyone that is collecting CPP between 60 and 70 and still working, which means that you can continue to contribute to CPP and it will enhance your CPP benefit the following year based on what you've contributed in the year prior. You have to contribute to the CPP post-retirement benefit if you are 65 or younger. But if you're over 65, in between 65 and 70, now you have the choice. You don't have to continue contributing to this if you do not want to. You can elect not to by filling out the form CPT 30. We'll put a link or something in the description or the comments. And you can change your mind if you decided that you were like, I don't want to do that. And then you're like, actually, that seems to work out pretty well. I do like the enhanced benefit. I'm going to start it again. You can do that between 65 and 70. But you can only make that choice once per year. So, and you can find an estimate on this by using the Canadian Retirement Income Calculator from the site. So we're going to also put a link to that in there so you can get an estimate of what your post-retirement benefit is going to be. Now, what is the benefit and how much does it cost? So the benefit is going to be a maximum of 1/40th of the maximum of CPP, which at this point in time is, oh, I didn't write it on this page, which is 1,154.80 is the maximum. So you can get 1/40th of that each year that you're contributing to the CPP post-retirement benefit. So that works out to $28.87 a month in potential enhancement to your CPP for each year that you've contributed to it. And that is only if you're contributing up to the maximum pensionable earnings for the year, which is just under $70,000. So in order to be making the max CPP contributions in a year, you have to be earning at least YMPE, and then you're going to be paying, 5.7% of your income between that, which is $64,900, and $3,500, because there's a $3,500 sort of everybody gets to make that without having to contribute to CPP. So in between that, you're paying 5.7% in 2022 because our CPP contributions are going up quite rapidly each year. because they're enhancing CPP over the years, so we're funding it more than we used to. I've done a video on that somewhere. So that works out to $3,499.80 that you plus your employer are going to be putting into CPP each year to get that post-retirement benefit of $28.87 per month or $346.44 per year. You can't pension share or credit split this with your spouse, and you do not have to apply for the post-retirement benefit. If you're collecting CPP and you're paying into the post-retirement benefit, then it's just going to be added to your CPP the next year. So now I'm going to get into an example that I just thought of that I was like, okay, well, let's see how this works. So let's take somebody that is 60 years old and they make $70,000 a year, so over YMPE, so they're going to be contributing the max to CPP, and they want to work until 65. But they've also decided that, they want to start collecting CPP at 60 while they're still working. So what is going to work out better? So let's look at it. So like I said, they're making $70,000 a year. That means their marginal tax rate is going to be 30.5%. So CPP at 60 is reduced by 36%. So max CPP is $1,154.80 per month right now. So if they're getting that minus 36% because they took it right when they could at 60 years old, they're going to get $739.07 per month plus $28.87 per month each year. So by the time they're 65, they're going to get $739.07 plus $144.35 for a grand total of CPP at 65 years old of $883.42. However, if they delayed CPP until 65 and just took it at 65, they wouldn't have gotten that 36% reduction, so they would have quite a bit more money for the rest of their life coming from CPP in the amount of $1,154.80. But that's not a fair comparison because they did have more money between 60 and 65. So we have to look at that. And then this is all going to depend what you're going to do with this money. But in my example, what I'm going to say that this person has done is they have taken the after-tax money and invested it into a tax-free savings account. So we're looking at this, and at the age of 60, they make $8,868.84 minus 30.5 in tax. After tax, they're left with $6,163.84. Now, the next year, they have the first post-retirement benefit. So now they're making $9,215.28 minus 30.5 is $6,404.62. In year 3, they make $6,645.40 after tax. Year 4, $6,886.17. And year 5, $7,126.95 for a grand total of $36,262. So that's how much money they had. So now let's pretend that what they've done is, and did I start this? Now I'm upset with myself for this example. So I'm not sure if I did this. So, because I did this the other night. So now we have to look, okay, they've got $36,000 invested in their tax-free savings account that they can use to supplement their retirement income. So basically, you say, okay, we've got that money, now what's the rate of return we're gonna get? And for me, I'm just going to say, okay, we're gonna get a 3% real rate of return. So that's suggesting that the rate of return is 5% and inflation is 2%, so they're beating inflation by 3%. That's your real rate of return roughly. Now, give or take whichever way you invest, who knows how you invest, who knows how the markets goes, who knows if inflation stays at 99% or whatever it's at right now. And then let's just look at 3 different ages. So if they deplete that from 65 until 90, so they live until 90, they're going to have an extra $171.96 per month that they're going to get from this, plus that CPP that they have of $883.42. So they have a total of $1,055.38 for the rest of their life from 65 until 90, which is, $100 a month less than the person that just didn't take the CPP. Now at 85, that's going to work out to $201.11. So this person is going to have $1,084.53 per month based on that 3% real rate of return. So still less than CPP at 65. And at 80, they're going to have an extra $250 a month that they could live on, plus their CPP, for a total of $1,133.84. So as you see, they work out roughly the same, close anyways, but one has more risk to it, of course, is, investing the money yourself. If you just want the money right now while you're working to spend, it's probably going to backfire on you in the long run. So I would suggest that might be a mistake. I'm not sure. I mean, based on this math, it looks to me like if you expect that you're going to live less than 80 years, then you probably want to take the CPP post-retirement benefit. If you expect that your longevity is more than that, family history, your health is still good, then I would, probably suggest that you just delay the CPP, live off of your income, and then work through it. But every single person is different. Just thought I'd run through that. I hope you learned something. Hope you're still with us. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you guys very soon. Thanks.